The Ganges River, or Mother Ganga as she is known to her people, inseparably bound to India's culture and religion, worshipped by 1 billion people as a mother who sustains life, a goddess who cleanses sins. The timeless Vedic scriptures tell of her origin. From the divine waters in the spiritual realm, Ganga entered the universe and washed the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Vishnu before descending to earth. Thus, her inexplicably pure water. At her shores, humble pilgrims pray that her purity wash away their impurity. Join them, along with saints and heroes, gods and goddesses past and present, who have been cleansed by her mercy. Dive deeply. Allow your heart to be carried away by the waters of Mother Ganga. Ganga Sagar, the end of Mother Ganga's 1,600-mile course, where she meets the Bay of Bengal. Pilgrims come here annually to worship her. The scriptures describe her. Sri Ganga Devi has a complexion as white as the champak flower. White garments and jeweled ornaments adorn her body, and millions of moons shower their effulgence upon her smiling face. She is the ever-youthful, ever-fortunate beloved of Lord Vishnu, who can remove everyone's sins. In an age long past, the great ascetic Kapila Muni traveled the entire length of the river to this place, where he practiced penance and austerity. He wrote, "When a pure devotee hears about the glories of Lord Vishnu, who is seated in everyone's heart, that devotee's mind immediately flows toward the Lord, just as the waters of Mother Ganga flow toward the sea." The small rural town of Mayapur is located 90 miles north of Calcutta. Here, the Sri Chaitanya Chandrodaya Temple of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness rises from the sandy banks of the Ganga. This magnificent complex commemorates one of the greatest events of the last millennium, the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya, who is considered Lord Krishna or God himself, descended from the spiritual world to spread the glories of chanting the holy names of God. Here also is a memorial for A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, founder and leader of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, who in 1965, at the age of 70, took the teachings and practice of Sri Chaitanya outside the shores of India and distributed them throughout the world. March 2004. Devotees from many nations gather at the installation of the world's largest deities of Sri Chaitanya and his closest associates, known as the Panchatattva. Sri Chaitanya expresses his love for Mother Ganga. O Ganga Devi, your waters are the ambrosia of love of Godhead. The utterance of your name invokes devotional service to the Supreme Lord. By your mercy, the living entities acquire a taste for chanting Lord Krishna's holy name. Slightly south of the Ganga is the town of Gaya in Bihar state. Here, in the ancient Vishnupada temple, Lord Vishnu's right footprint is embedded in a stone called the Dharmashila. Pilgrims mourning for lost relatives worship the Dharmashila with prayers, milk, and flower garlands. A family in mourning is bound by scripture to make such offerings to Lord Vishnu for the protection and elevation of the soul of the deceased. Nearby lies Bodh Gaya.
Buddham Sharanam Gacchami.
As they have for centuries, Buddhists visit Lord Buddha's majestic gilded deity seated below the soaring tower of the Mahabodhi temple.
Sangam Sharanam Gacchami.
2,500 years ago, below this Bodhi, or banyan tree, Prince Siddhartha sat on a mat made from kusa grass, entered into deep, silent meditation, and resolved not to move until he achieved enlightenment. During his meditation, Mara, the god of death, attacked him, and a terrible internal battle overtook the prince. But his spotless purity destroyed Mara's illusory armies. Thus, Prince Siddhartha became Lord Buddha, the Enlightened One. Reading from ancient texts, monks from all parts of the world glorify Lord Buddha. These songs have been handed down from generation to generation. Each note is carefully sung to increase the quality of meditation. Nearby the Mahabodhi temple is Ratnagar, where various Buddhist denominations have erected monasteries in their native architectural style. Lord Buddha is one of the Dashavatar, or 10 principal incarnations of Lord Krishna. For 45 years, Lord Buddha walked along the banks of the Ganga, teaching ahimsa, non-violence, and compassion for all living creatures. Benares, also known as Varanasi, one of the oldest cities on earth, famous for its scholarship and artistry. Pilgrims believe that by bathing in the Ganga at this spot, they will perceive the everlasting soul, the eternal living force within the body. Bhagavad Gita, the essence of all Vedic knowledge, declares, "For the soul, there is never birth nor death." As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. It is unborn, eternal. Pilgrims gather nightly at Dashashvamedha Ghat for Ganga Puja, the worship of Mother Ganga. Earth, water, fire, and air for the pleasure of Ganga. When Ganga is pleased, she happily bestows her blessings and eventually brings us to our Father in the spiritual world.